So let's talk about the service truck today. Got a few things I want to talk about. I got a few things I reorganized on it, and we're going to talk about some repairs that we've had to do in the last month or so on this one. It seems like it's been in and out of the shop quite a bit. So in my box over the wheel here, moved a few things around. I moved more of my sockets. I had metric on one side and standard on the other side, and so I moved all my sockets that I had on the doors originally to the right hand side, and moved a few things over here. Kept my Allens and Torx right there. I double stacked them on top of each other though. And we've got these long extension sockets here, wobbles. I do like those. I wanted to start using them more, so I put them in an easier spot to get to, and threw a couple ratchets up there as well, some of the specialty ones. I had a lot of my ratchets laying in there, and I moved a lot of them to the door right here. And so they're easy to grab. Got some of my picks and like the little screwdrivers I recently got. Those are Torx and screwdriver down there. And I put another rail right up here that's got the Astro sockets on it, the little 1/4-inch drive ones. And rearranged some of this in here too. I've got my 1/2-inch wobble sockets back here, standard big wrenches, metric big wrenches back there. Just did a little bit of organizing. Still always more improvements can be made. But truck's been in and out of the shop, it seems like. Been in at least 3 or 4 times now. First start off with a coolant reservoir tank that started leaking. I think it was like on a Monday or Tuesday morning. I come to work and I had it sitting in the shop there while I was gathering parts. Noticed it had a puddle underneath the ground there. Ended up being a tank was cracked on the bottom side. And when the tank would expand, it would start pouring out. So I changed that out myself. I had to wait like 2 days to get the tank in. So maybe a week or two after that, I noticed when I was driving it, if you kind of had a little bit of the load, like you're getting on the interstate or something, or going up a hill, when it would shift between 8th and 9th, that the transmission would slip for just a second. And it'd continue on, go ahead and shift. Wasn't throwing any codes or anything. And so we took it in, scheduled today. I think it maybe like a Tuesday or Wednesday we scheduled it. And they looked at it. They said there wasn't no codes, and they think it needs a transmission valve body put on it. So we told them go ahead and order it. We were going to get back to work, and I think I drove it maybe 2 or 3 days, and they called us back and said they got the part in stock. And that morning, I was actually headed to a job a couple hours away, and partway there, I kind of noticed kind of a weird smell. And once I got there, I found out that one of my batteries had boiled over. And this has happened to me one other time, maybe about a year ago. And so I finished that day, and we next morning took the pickup into the shop. They warrantied out the batteries again. I've had this truck 3.5 years, I think, and I've put 5 sets of batteries in it so far, I think. Pretty much about every time we warranty them because they're still under warranty. So they put batteries in it, and they put the transmission valve body in it and said it wasn't doing that anymore, which drove it then and wouldn't have any more issues with the shifting. This thing's had a transmission in it right at 97,000. We put a transmission in it. Truck had extended warranty on it, powertrain warranty. So it was covered under warranty at the time. They tried rebuilding it about 3 or 4 times. Finally ended up convincing Ford to put a complete new transmission in it. That was right at about a year ago. And so they told us since it's covered under warranty, the warranty only covers until it hits 100,000, which we knew that at the time when we put the transmission in it. We figured, well, we'll get the free transmission out of it, and if we have any more issues, then we'll just have to pay for it. And that's kind of what happened here. We about a year later, start shifting hard again. Hopefully, this is all that it is, just the valve body. So far, it's been running good. I've put a couple thousand miles on it already since we put the valve body on. Valve body, when we put the valve body on, I think the new transmission had about 38,000 miles on it, I think. So so far it's been shifting good. Hopefully we won't have any more issues out of it. Then after maybe a week or two after that, I noticed, or actually when I told him about the transmission, that I told him to check the brakes out because I thought it sounded kind of funny. And I guess when they test drove it, I asked the guy, the service manager, and he said, no, they didn't say nothing about it, that it was bad or anything. So then the next week, I was changing my oil in it and servicing, rotating tires and stuff, and found I was looking for a brake noise, and sure enough, I found it. My driver's left-hand side here, front, was the rotor was getting tore up pretty bad. And when I was servicing it, I also noticed that my rear end, my rear differential, was leaking on the input shaft, which at the beginning of the summer, we ended up putting a rear axle in this one as well. So we knew the rear axle seal was going to be a warranty deal, so we took it to the shop, that independent shop that had put it in, and so we got them to fix that rear end leak. And they've actually, when they put the rear axle in, they put brakes on this truck as well. Something in the caliper, I guess, hung and caused the brakes on the driver's front here to fail. And so we ended up getting to fix that. I think they did put brakes on the front end complete this time. I think they put rotors on both sides. So it's been quite a struggle lately trying to keep busy with the truck being in and out and broke down, it seems like. We finally got our first week in probably a month that we actually run all 5 days, and I think I put about 1,250 miles on this past week. So hopefully the truck will stay working good again for a while.